Who hasn't heard of the dark web? Who knows a lot about the dark web? Who goes to the dark web? So let's talk about the breakdown of the web. So what we use for Google, for example, Google being whatever your favorite search engine is you're only actually seeing about 4% of the internet. It's a very small percentage. Then you have what we call the deep web. The deep web is if you go to forums and you have to log in to get to the forum, you have a bank account, you have to log in to get the bank account. They're out there, but not searched because they're password protected. Maybe it's the backside of your website, maybe it's your domain, so it's your GoDaddy account, 93%. And then you have, give or take, these numbers vary, but you've got 3% for the dark web. So it's a very small portion of the web that really will create such havoc for your life. And this is kind of pictures of what it looks like. People will go out there, they have contract killers, they have everything. You want to buy healthcare information? Well, they got that too. So somebody's asking for HCFA 1500 forms in healthcare. Basically, somebody's going to respond and they're going to sell some information to this guy. So when it comes to social engineering, we talked about emails, talked about information being stolen. We're going to websites that we shouldn't go to provide information that we shouldn't. How do we fix this? How do we limit the risk inside? And one of them is employee training. Does anyone here provide employee training on social engineering? Does anyone in here have a policy in place that says if somebody comes in and they need access to my server or my network equipment, that there's a process in place for how I allow those individuals to be in there, or that I have to have someone go with that individual if they're really supposed to be here? You've got a tech coming in from Bell South or Spectrum, and you walk them into the room to make sure that they're not doing anything they are actually who they are, because anybody can put a badge on and say they're a certain person. So are we doing things of that nature? And training them. Phishing assessments. So providing phishing assessments on a routine basis will allow you to understand the vulnerability of your employees, but it also kind of puts them on their toes. And that's where you want them, because the majority of the breaches internally come from bad emails. Spam filters. So we average about 60 to 70% on a spam filter that we deliver to our clients. Could you imagine the amount of productivity you save by going through 60 to 70% less email every single day? And in that process, what you're doing is mitigating a lot of those phishing attempts or hacking attempts through some sort of social engineering event where they're trying to get you to click on something so you can deliver some information to them that's confidential. Web content filtering. If you get a bad email, you want to be able to be blocked from the link. So hopefully, if you have a web content filter in place, when you click the link, it takes you to a website that your web content filter knows is bad, and it's going to say, no, this is a bad website, it's known bad website, or it's got some sort of mysterious activities going on with it. We're not going to let you have access to it. Dark web management, dark web ID is one of the solutions that we provide. So we monitor 24/7 for your domain email addresses. That way, if there is an issue, we're able to be notified about it, you are able to be notified about it, and then you can mitigate those issues. The thing about it is, like anything else you probably heard about on the web, if you put it out there, it's out there forever. So the password can never be used again. If it is stolen, it can never, ever, ever be used again anywhere. And then you got the good old cyber liability, which is really, really important because you can do everything. In fact, you can be as good as you can be the best, the absolute best at protecting your network. One wrong click from an employee, and all of a sudden, you're in a really bad position. Now what do? And I hope that you have worked with Joe to get some cyber liability insurance to help protect you in those situations.